What you're about to hear is deeply personal. This is my story, my journey through a gambling addiction that nearly destroyed my life. I've written down every word myself. It's a message, a raw, honest testimony for those of you who are stuck in the cycle and are genuinely searching for a way out. This is how I broke free from gambling, and how you can too. Let's begin. I want to start this video by saying something simple but true. I beat my addiction, not with willpower, not by avoiding casinos, not by running from it, but by completely reprogramming the way I think. It's been over 10 years since I placed my last bet, and I've never once had the urge to gamble again. Not because I'm stronger than you, not because I'm lucky, but because I stopped believing the lie that gambling was ever going to make me money or solve any of my problems. This video is for anyone who's been caught in that loop. Whether you're gambling online, at the casino, sports, or even day trading in the markets, gambling is gambling. I went through several reality checks to free myself, and in this video, I'll walk you through each one. But this isn't just a how-to. It's a guide to understanding something deeper. Everything you believe about gambling is a lie. I didn't realize it at the time, but I had been a gambler my whole life. It cost me 2 marriages, multiple businesses, and millions of dollars. I only stopped when I hit rock bottom. And from there, I finally discovered what I truly needed to do to get out. So if you're ready to change, not just your habits, but your entire mindset, keep watching. This is how I did it, and how you can too. Every time I felt the urge to gamble, I thought I was chasing a solution. But in reality, I was running from something deeper: fear. I didn't know it, but fear was the real trigger. I was afraid of being broke, afraid I wouldn't have enough money to pay the bills or support my lifestyle. I was afraid my business might slow down, or that I wouldn't be able to fix whatever mess I was in. Sometimes it was personal. I had a bad day. Something went wrong. That fear would whisper, if I could just win a few $1,000s, that would fix it. And the lie was always the same. This will be a one-time thing. Just a little win to relieve the pressure, then I'll stop. But I never thought for 1 second that I might lose. That wasn't even on my mind. It was always about how I could win, not if. And that's what made it so dangerous, because I truly believed I had everything under control. Looking back, that fear created a delusion, and I bought into it every single time. Gambling wasn't the solution to my fear, it was the fuel. What really worked for me wasn't willpower, it wasn't staying away from casinos, it wasn't blocking websites or avoiding temptation. What worked was the hard truth, and once I finally accepted it, everything changed. See, trying to stay away from gambling while still believing you can make money from it, that never worked for me. The truth is, gambling addiction is built on a stack of lies. Lies you tell yourself, and worse, lies you actually believe. Ask yourself, do you honestly believe you're going to win all of a sudden after years of losses, debt, and destruction? Do you believe this is your new career? That you'll just show up at the casino every day like it's your office and collect your winnings? If you do, it's okay to laugh. Because every time you laugh at those thoughts, you start to realize how ridiculous they are. And more importantly, you start to see them for what they are: false. I didn't stop gambling because I was strong. I stopped because I stopped lying to myself. And the moment I embraced the truth that gambling is not a path to wealth, happiness, or success, was the moment I was finally free. One of the most dangerous lies we tell ourselves is this: If I could just win it all back, it'll erase everything. Let me tell you the truth. That's the biggest trap in gambling. Because first of all, winning it all back is impossible. We don't even know what all is anymore. We've lost count. The losses are buried under years of damage, debt, broken relationships, emotional wreckage. But the mind doesn't remember those. It remembers the wins, that one big night, that lucky streak, the feeling of being up. That's what sticks. And even if, by some miracle, you actually did win it all back, you'd gamble it away again. Why? Because the problem isn't about how much money you have. The real problem is your willingness to gamble it all away, driven by false beliefs and emotional triggers. Every time you sit down to gamble, your losses don't stack up like a ledger. They restart. It's a fresh opportunity to lose everything all over again. Until you face that, you'll keep chasing an illusion. And the deeper you go, the harder it gets to crawl out. Ask yourself this: how much do you believe you're going to win today? Is it $100 or $1,000 or $10,000? And then ask yourself this: will that amount of money actually change your life? Because here's the hard truth. Even if you happen to win that money today, it won't help you. In fact, it will only make things worse. Why? Because that win will reinforce your belief that gambling works. You'll walk away thinking you figured it out, that you've cracked the system, that you're on a hot streak. But the truth? That money will go right back into the casino. You'll lose it the same way you won it, and probably more. That's what gambling does. It turns a win into a reason to bet bigger. Suddenly, you're not just gambling, you're chasing a new identity. I'm a winner now, but that's the trap. That one win suddenly trumps all the thousands of dollars you've lost over the years. It blinds you. It makes you believe this fantasy that you can actually make money gambling. And that belief is a lie, one that pulls you in deeper every single time. Winning is not your way out. It's the bait that reels you in. A lot of gamblers tell themselves, "I'm bored." That's another excuse, and they convince themselves that gambling is a way to kill time, escape, or have some fun. But let me tell you something that might surprise you. There is nothing more boring than gambling. Sitting there for hours, staring at cards, screens, numbers, or charts, it's not excitement, it's a trance. And here's the real test. If there were no money involved, would you still do it? Of course not. You're not there for entertainment. You're there for dopamine, for that hope that this time something will change. And while you're sitting there, clinging to that hope, your bank account is draining. Fear and anxiety start creeping in. You're not having fun. You're trapped. Gambling is the worst way to spend your precious time, and time is something you'll never get back. Instead, go do something that actually feeds your soul. Call a friend, spend time with family, learn something new, build something. That's real life. That's real value. And that is how you escape the boredom. Not by walking into a casino, but by walking back into your own life. Let me ask you something. Would you pay $500 to walk into a casino for a few hours? How about $1,000? What about $10,000? Just to sit there, watch cards, spin wheels, press buttons, and lose track of time. Sounds absurd, right? If there was a literal cover charge at the front door, no promise of winning anything, would you pay it? Of course not. But here's the truth. You do pay that cover charge. Not all at once, and not at the front door, but you pay it. Through the ATM, through credit cards, through payday loans, through grocery money, rent money, your kids' college savings, through selling your car, through lying to your friends. through mortgaging your future just to feed that momentary rush. And for what? There's no value in what you paid for. No memories, no joy, no return. Just an emotional hangover and a deeper financial hole. So before you walk into that casino next time, ask yourself, if the cover charge tonight was $500 just to walk in, would I go? And even if I win, will I keep it? Or will I come back tomorrow and give it all back, plus more? That one moment of honesty could be all it takes to walk away. Let's be real about something for a minute. When you walk into a casino, the voice in your head says, "I'm going to win." Never once does it say, "What happens when I lose?" But here's a truth I learned the hard way. If you're honest with yourself, the real question to ask before walking in is, who can I borrow from next? What excuse will I come up with this time? How will I spin it? Lie about it? Something came up. I need it, just this once. I promise I'll pay you back soon. Will they believe me? Will it damage our relationship? What if they say no? Who's next? You're already gambling with your integrity before you place your first bet. And if you're living like that, burning bridges one lie at a time, ask yourself, is it really worth it? Is a night in the casino worth sacrificing trust, damaging relationships, or sinking deeper into debt and shame? Because eventually, there's no one left to borrow from. And that's when rock bottom hits. I got there, and trust me, you don't want to. Casinos are masters of illusion. They know how to make you feel special. Free drinks, comped dinners, VIP invites, fancy rooms, flashing lights, and everywhere you look, stories of people winning big. But don't be fooled. It's a trap. The whole environment is designed to make you feel like a winner, even when you're losing everything. The truth? There are no winners. Even the people who win today, they'll give it back. Maybe not tonight, maybe not tomorrow, but eventually over a lifetime of losses. Because that one win becomes a hook, a new belief. If I did it once, I can do it again. And so the cycle begins. Win, chase, lose, repeat, over and over and over. Ask yourself, is a $2,000 win ever going to fix a $20,000 loss? And the even harder truth, the losses never stop. Because as long as you keep playing, you keep paying. So before you step into that casino, tell yourself, anything I win today, I will lose again tomorrow. And that's not pessimism, it's mathematics. The house always wins. Don't be fooled into thinking you're the exception. Casino customers are all gamblers just like you. And the good customers keep coming back. Addictions don't stay the same. They grow, they deepen, they get darker. And gambling is no exception. The longer you keep placing bets on your money, your future, your life, the more you risk losing it all. Not just your bank account, but your relationships, your kids, your trust, your sense of purpose. Eventually, there's nothing left. And sadly, for many, that road ends in one of the darkest places imaginable: suicide. Gambling has one of the highest suicide rates of any addiction. And that's not a statistic, it's a warning. I've seen it. I've come close. I've been down to nothing. But I clawed my way back because I finally understood something. If I kept pretending that this won't be me, I'd be next. You have to get real with yourself. This addiction will not get better on its own. It will not slow down. It will not fix itself with one more win. The sooner you face it, the sooner you can stop the destruction and take back your life. This is your wake-up call. Don't ignore it. If you've gambled before, then you know this feeling. walking out of a casino, broke, numb, and crying in your car, asking yourself, what have I just done? Again. You've just lost hundreds, maybe thousands, in a single night. And with it, your self-respect. You feel empty, worthless, ashamed. That's the aftermath of gambling. That's the emotional hangover they never advertise. The casinos won't show you the person curled up in bed the next morning, full of regret and fear. They don't show you the lies you'll have to tell tomorrow, or the anxiety as you check your bank balance, or the silence when your partner finds out what you did again. No one talks about that, but I will, because it's real. And if you're honest, you've probably been here before, more times than you want to admit. And sometimes the aftermath goes even darker. Thoughts of escape, reckless ideas, dangerous behavior. But let me tell you something. You would never feel this way if you truly understood the truth about gambling. There are no winners. There's nothing glamorous about it, nothing fun. It's not entertainment. It's emotional destruction. It's time to change the narrative. Stop lying to yourself. Start seeing this for what it truly is. And finally, take your power back. People who aren't addicted to gambling, they walk past a slot machine or see a flashy casino ad and just ignore it. They don't feel anything. And guess what? You can do the same. How? By reinforcing the truth every single time. Every time you see a casino or hear about someone gambling, remind yourself what it really means. Sleepless nights, broken relationships, anxiety, destruction. Remind yourself what it cost you and why you'll never go back. The key? Reprogram your response system. That was the first major shift for me. I had to stop running on emotional autopilot. I had to manually install the truth. There are no winners. Any win is just fuel for the next loss. Casinos aren't fun. They're a trap. Every time I thought of gambling, I immediately flooded my mind with what really happens. Losing money, lying to loved ones, hiding, regretting. And it worked. I slowly stopped seeing gambling as some magical solution and saw it for what it is, a guaranteed loss. I stopped being fooled, and the craving, it faded. So when you feel the urge, don't use willpower. Use truth. Reframe it. Replace the fantasy with the reality. Over time, you'll stop believing the lie. And when you stop believing it, you stop needing it. That's the good news. You're not powerless. You're not broken. You just need the truth. On repeat until it becomes your new reality. Here's the final truth I tell myself. Every single time. There is absolutely no benefit to gambling. None. Not excitement, not money, not stress relief, not entertainment. It's all a lie. Even the casino workers, they don't envy the players. They pity them. Other players, they're not winning. They're suffering, just like you. Some are earlier in the addiction. Some are worse. But make no mistake, everyone is losing. Where does it all lead? No money, no assets, lies, isolation, depression, and in the worst cases, suicide. That's why every single time the thought of gambling pops into my head, I hit it with the reality check. I don't entertain fantasy. I don't play what if. I shut it down, fast. Because the truth is the only thing that sets you free. I remind myself, this leads nowhere good. The last time was awful. The shame, the panic, the regret. Do I really want that again? And just the thought of going through that nightmare again makes me sick. Literally. It's like vomiting mentally at the idea of walking back into a casino. And that's exactly what keeps me out. That's why I haven't gambled in 10 years. And that's how I'll stay free. by choosing reality over fantasy. If you've made it this far, thank you. This wasn't easy for me to share. It took years of pain, failure, and brutal honesty to arrive at these truths, but I needed to get it all out. Because if even one person hears this, and it helps them walk away from the nightmare that is gambling addiction, then writing this was worth it. I'm not a therapist. I'm not here to sell you anything. I'm living proof that this approach works. I haven't gambled in over 10 years. No relapses, no cravings. Why? Because I reprogrammed my entire way of thinking, not through willpower, but by seeing the truth. Once you truly understand what gambling is, what it does to your life, your finances, your self-worth, and you stop lying to yourself, there's no more pull. The illusion dies, and with it, the addiction. I got my life back, and you can too. If you're watching this and you're struggling, please remember, you are not alone. There is a way out, and it starts by seeing things for what they really are. It starts by being honest with yourself. If I can do it, after everything I lost, you can too. And I'll be here, doing everything I can to help others climb out of the same trap I was once in. Because this isn't just a video, it's a promise that change is possible. And a better life is waiting for you on the other side of gambling. Stay strong, stay honest, and never look back.